Alright guys, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and let's just get right into this shit because we still have a bunch of stages left to do. This event is so damn long, but again, we might get something like this again, like maybe for like the 3rd anniversary, you know, there might be some sort of event, maybe they'll add on new stuff. I'm sure by then, not only will we have the Tournament of Power stuff, but I bet you they'll probably be into an even brand new arc in Dragon Ball Super by then. So we'll probably have other like new and wild crazy stuff. But, you know, this event is basically like a very rare thing. So I did want to, you know, get it all on wax, so to say, and get it all recorded while I had the chance here. Alright, so one thing I want to talk about right at the start is that in the manga, Goku goes immediately Super Saiyan 3 and says, if I don't go all out from the start, this guy will fuck me up, B. But in the anime, Goku actually fights Kid Buu in Super Saiyan 2 form for an entire episode. He fights Kid Buu in his Super Saiyan 2 form. And what's interesting about it is it's one of like the best looking episodes in the entire series, and the fighting between Goku and Kid Buu is definitely some of the most like interesting looking. Like the way things are going down, definitely one of the high points of the series. Also, I know for a fact that the Intelligence Kid Buu, who will be coming to Global at some point in the future, his SSR card origin art is actually from when he fights Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And then here we have Vegeta admitting that Goku is indeed numero uno, and then they immediately walk back that character development for Vegeta at the start of Dragon Ball Super, where Vegeta's like, you know what? I think I actually want to be #1 now. Fuck that. I might have, you know, sucked Goku off during the Kid Buu battle, but nah, fuck that. I will be #1. Because I'm talking about that scene where Vegeta is training in the gravity chamber. I don't know what episode that is. It might be like episode 3 or 4 or something like that. It might be like right before Beerus actually arrives on Earth, because I think that was right around the time where King Kai actually contacts Vegeta and tells him like, oh hey, by the way, Beerus is coming and shit is gonna be fucked. Okay, bye Kid Buu. That's basically LR Goku art right there. They're actually also gonna be releasing another Super Saiyan Goku like right around that moment. He is actually gonna be released. I think he's gonna be given out as a reward on both JP and Global. Because they gave out an Agility Spirit Bomb Goku during the 1st year anniversary, and now they're going to Dokkan Awaken him. Now, for someone like me who does not have him, I wonder if they're going to give out that SSR again, because when I was looking through the database, I did see there were actually medals to awaken that Goku. So, I mean, it would be weird to me that they would, you know, give out the medals, let people, you know, actually awaken him, but then some players wouldn't have it. That's not smart to alienate part of the player base like that. So I certainly do see them handing out that Goku for free. The Bulma, I think they're also going to give out that Bulma for free at the start, and then you can earn more of her as you do the event, the Finding Mr. Right event. And supposedly it's going to work similar to the Goku Jr. event that is actually out on JP. Now here we're going to have Goku fighting Oob. This is actually the end of Dragon Ball Z right here. Now what's funny about this is this event right here takes place after all of Dragon Ball Super is done. Dragon Ball Super takes place in between, I think it's 10 years, the 10-year time gap between the fight with Kid Buu and when Goku meets Oob again. I think it's 10 years. Yeah, it is. So, really, this fight right here is out of place. And I certainly hope that Dragon Ball Super will get to a point where, like, Oob is actually a relevant character. I hate what they did with Oob in Dragon Ball GT. It's absolutely the worst. Like, they didn't really spend that much time building Oob up, but he basically gets shit on in every single fight Oob participates in. It's actually quite shameful now that I think about it. This card, by the way, this Strength Oob right here, I believe this was given out as a, it was a code given out in, like, Shonen Jump that you could put in and get this Oob. It's only an SR, but you can't get it anymore. There also was a World Tournament Reward Oob. I have him on Global, where he's riding the Flying Nimbus. But, you know, obviously, that was one of those Tournament Reward cards that is not available anymore. Alright, so yeah, of course, Oob is the reincarnation of Kid Buu, so he has ridiculous power. That's another thing, like, it would be so cool to see him actually, like, you know, be able to participate in stuff. Like, really, they almost should have pushed the Tournament of Power back. They should have made the Tournament of Power, like, when Trunks, Goten, and Oob were, like, grown up. I think that would have been more interesting, honestly, than, you know, like, I don't have anything against Roshi or Ten Shinhan. I love Ten Shinhan. This was also another Goku given out a long time ago. This one right here. Another one of these, like, Shonen Jump units. There's a bunch of them. There's, like, Xenoverse Trunks, that's an SR. There's a First Form Frieza, that's an SR. There's actually a Strength Super Saiyan Blue Goku, that's an SR. So many, like, Shonen Jump cards that I think were never released on Global. I'm pretty sure of that. Now here, what we're actually going to go into is, believe it or not, we're going right back into a stage against Oob. Now see, this was an unnecessary stage to have in here. Back-to-back fights against Oob, but we can't even get, you know, Super Buu in here? Like, come on now. Come on. Like, yeah, this fight was relatively solid. This is episode 1 of Dragon Ball GT. This is just before Goku gets turned back into a kid. Honestly, I think that's one of the big problems with GT as well, is the fact that they do turn back the clock and turn Goku back into a child. Honestly, not the greatest of decisions, I would have to say, turning Goku back into a kid. I think if he was an adult the whole time, people probably would like the show better. And I almost believe, like, maybe you know, they felt that way at Toei Animation too. That's why they were like, you know what? When Goku goes Super Saiyan 4, you know, the power is just so strong that it's stronger than the dragon, the Black Star Dragon Ball's wish. So Goku is just back to his normal age and he's an adult and shit again, which was awesome, because that's when GT gets, like, semi-interesting, is when Goku goes Super Saiyan 4, obviously. And then at that point, we actually have, like, real fights, because I'm not actually the biggest fan of the first arc of Dragon Ball GT. It just feels very aimless to me. I don't know. It's just, a lot of it feels very pointless, and, like, they made Pan more annoying than she needed to be. Like, originally, remember, the mission was supposed to be Trunks, Goku, and Goten actually going to find the Black Star Dragon Balls, but Pan kind of fucks with them, and Pan ends up, you know, being on the mission to go get all the Dragon Balls instead of Goten. Not a big fan of that in any way whatsoever. Because that's another thing too, I really wish we could have seen Trunks and Goten go into Gotenks during Dragon Ball GT. That would have been really, really fire. Because there's even a moment where Trunks and Goten are about to fuse. Actually, I believe it's when Baby is in his Great Golden Ape form. And, like, they go to fuse, and Goku's like, nah, you guys shouldn't do that. You know, you're going to get wrecked anyway. And it's like, oh, no, come on, Goku. But what Goku suggests that they do, they give all of their energy to Goku, kind of heal him. And then after that, you know, Baby, it's like, Baby doesn't stand a chance. Super Saiyan 4 is just such a fucking beast. It's awesome. And then, of course, here is the AGL GT Goku that, you know, you can get in the Baba Shop. You know, you could have gotten this Goku with Baba Shop coins and shit. Whatever. I chose to go with these Supreme Kai and Old Kai medals. I thought that was a better use of them because obviously all the future SSRs will get, and they'll all need to be awakened and shit, so. A lot of people would recommend getting the Mr. Satan statues with the 2nd year anniversary coins, and honestly, that's a pretty good idea. I've got absolutely nothing against that whatsoever. Myself, though, like, you can get money pretty easily by grinding. Like, basically, every single time you beat the tournament, you're getting, like, almost 200,000 Zeni, I think, for every win in the tournament, because the final gives you 100,000 Zeni. So, like, just competing in the tournament and, like, going for that top 10K ranking, you're gonna get, you know, nearly 20 million Zeni or whatever, because that's what happened with me. I went from, I don't know, was I maybe around 80 million Zeni before the tournament started? And now I'm at like 109 million. So, you know, definitely if you guys need Zeni, going hard in the tournament is one way to do it. Also, the Mr. Satan Big Bucks Challenge, I've mentioned this before, but that will eventually be getting an update on Global like it has on JP. On JP, there's, it's reworked and there's a new stage that gives you like, I don't know, on average, I'm getting about 700k per run on that Big Bucks Challenge. So, like, once that's out on Global, obviously you can farm Zeni really, really easily. And it's not a lot of stamina either. I think it's 15 stamina. So, like, you know, for the amount of stamina you're using, you are getting an absolute shit ton of Zeni. And that definitely is important because, you know, I got those Kai medals because there's a lot of units I'll need to awaken in the future. But you know what else you need a lot of to awaken units is money. So, whatever. Alright, so here's Giru. Giru, of course, is this robot that Goku, Pan, and Trunks find, who eats the Dragon Radar, so he eventually basically just becomes their Dragon Radar. It's actually pretty cool. He's in the Agility Support Pan. Giru is actually, like, basically in the card with her. It's Pan and Giru, not really just Pan. And Giru actually, you know, shoots a missile during her super attack animation. It's pretty cool. I actually really like that touch that they added to it like that. Also, I also really like that they fixed Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku's passives. Remember, it was so long that it, you know, only like a fucking ant could see it. Like, you could not even read it at all. Now you're actually able to read it, which I really appreciate them doing. Bye, Legic. Legic was cool because Legic was like the first time, you know, we saw so many moments of like, that's the problem with the first arc in GT, the Black Star Dragon Ball arc, is like Goku, his power by this point is like insane. And like, they're getting, like, Goku, Trunks, and Pan get fucked up by like animals and shit all over the place in that first arc. And it's just like, bro, like Goku could just go Super Saiyan and absolutely wreck everything. Like Rildo and all those metal fuckers, the robot fuckers he's fucking around with. It's like, Goku, hello. At any point, he could just decide, I'm bored, you're fucked, and blow them away. And like, you know, they get bodied by these worms in space. It's just, that's a really bad episode. And then the Para brothers, they start that little dancing shit. Oh, baby, no. No. That was not great. That is probably the low point of GT. A lot of people will say the Super 17 Saga, and yeah, the Super 17 Saga definitely has its problems. I think we can all agree with that, but it's definitely not bad. Like, you know, the Para brothers dancing, or Goku and Pan being inside of Lud, that giant, you know, god of destruction, so to say. You know, geeked them, and a lot of people did videos on how Toyotaro clearly based the design off one of the gods of destructions, off of Lud from GT, who was stated to be a god of destruction as well. Obviously, this was, you know, before Dragon Ball Super and Beerus and all that, so not like that type of god of destruction. You guys get what I'm saying. And Goku and Pan, they're inside of this damn robot, and like, they're trying to like synchronize their hits from the outside, like they're inside and outside, and it's just like, no, bro, no. Wait, Goku is not inside it. Pan is inside it. Goku's on the outside, and they both are trying to shoot it in the heart. It's just not great. Not great. And that's another thing where, like, Trunks, motherfucking Trunks, like, a brick wall breaks or something, and, like, all these bricks fall on Trunks. And it's like a comedy pratfall where Trunks is, like, you know, trying to hold up these bricks or this wall or whatever. And he's like, oh, he's struggling so much. And he just goes Super Saiyan and just tosses it off. And it's like, bruh, you're going to tell me you needed to go Super Saiyan to do that? Like, Trunks, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. GT just has weird moments. When Toriyama is directly making a lot of this stuff, that's when it's, like, really, really solid. But, like, once Toei Animation steps in, like, they just make a lot of mistakes. This unit's not bad, by the way. This Metal Rildo right here, people kind of underrate him. He's pretty decent, actually. A solid free-to-play unit. I've used him several times, actually. He's quite useful. You know, he can actually be helpful, like, if you're fighting physical Broly, you know, because he's got that defense. Because Rildo obviously has the GT link. So, he links up pretty well with Omega Shenron. Not to mention, obviously, that Rildo will help out a lot if you're actually trying to beat the Omega Shenron boss. I wonder if the new Omega Shenron, the physical one that's coming out, I wonder if GT will be the link to fuck him up again. I doubt it, because if they did that, like, that fight would be easy. There would be no difficulty in that fight whatsoever, because Super Saiyan 4 Goku is already strength, and the new Omega Shenron is physical. Then if you put the extra damage from the GT link on top of it, I just don't see how that fight would be hard in any way. So I'll imagine that it's going to be like a different link. It would be cool if it was like the Z Fighters link or something like that. Because remember, it was, you know, the Universal Spirit Bomb that took Omega Shenron down. He had a lot of energy from people, you know, not just himself. It wasn't just Goku taking Shenron down. So it would be pretty cool if it was a non-GT link, because honestly, I would really appreciate it if, like, the Gogeta and Omega fights are hard. I'm sure they will be, considering, again, it looks to be almost confirmed that Gogeta and Shenron are going to drop, I think, simultaneous on Global and JP. Like, I think they're coming out basically on the same damn day. So, I mean, I wonder, like, there's so many new units on JP that are not out on Global. So it would almost be kind of hard to balance the fights around, because, like, you know, there's obviously a lot of, like, powerful support units and such that are not available on Global right now that JP has. Like, so it's like, you know, are they going to make that fight harder than, say... Also, by the way, I hate that the background for this stage, this is like the Yunzabit Heights background or something. Like, notice this background of the stage is not New Planet Plant, where they're actually fighting. Like, hold on, when we actually go into the fight, they are in Planet Plant again, and it's like the same sort of stage that is there when you do the Dragon Ball GT Baby Saga finale event. Right there, yeah, we're on it, Planet Plant right there. For some reason, what they just showed was not it. Very, very bizarre. Also, by the way, Full Power Frieza, I've been telling people, you know, with your red stone, get Full Power Frieza. Oh, if you've got him, get dupes anyway. Fuck that. Get another dupe for Full Power Frieza. Yeah, guess what? He's gonna hit pretty fucking hard next to Omega Shenron. So, you know, that Extreme Physical team is going to be nasty, or even just a regular physical team. Again, nasty. So I was gonna get Intelligence Ultimate Gohan just for collection purposes, but now it's like, fuck, man. Getting another dupe of Full Power Frieza would be really, really sexy, so I might actually have to go with that. I'm going to use my redstone when we get the tournament rewards. I'll do a video going over the tournament rewards we get. I'll use my redstone. I'll probably do a couple GSSR summons. Not too many, because Animated Muscle actually did make a tremendous point that later on down the line, not the next tournament, but the tournament after, there's going to be a lot of new units added to the World Tournament banner, including Mass Saiyan. Mass Saiyan obviously is the best unit you could definitely pull on the World Tournament banner. You know, he is a rainbow leader. There's just a lot of good things about Mass Saiyan, and being able to pull him from a tournament ticket, like, that makes the grind in the tournament so fucking worth it. Also, now, because this event came out before Super 17 was even in Dokkan Battle, obviously, we just completely bypassed the Super 17 fight completely. Like, we went straight from fighting Super Baby 2 all the way to Nova Shenron. Very interesting. Also, by the way, one of the big problems with the Shadow Dragon arc is that of the 7 Shadow Dragons, they turned 4 of them into basically joke characters. 4 of the Shadow Dragons are irrelevant jokes, and then 3 of them are actually like problems. Ice Shenron, Nova Shenron, and obviously Sin Shenron, who eventually becomes Omega. Those are the only Shenrons that even matter whatsoever, whereas the rest, seriously, are played for laughs. Kind of similarly to Gotenks, honestly. Like, Oceanus Shenron is a girl. Oceanus is a girl, but she just has, like, that beastly-looking form. Honestly, they could release another Oceanus Shenron card with her in her girl form. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Also, by the way, guys, Nova Shenron will be getting a Dokkan Awaken very soon on Global with Battlefield. When Battlefield drops, Nova will be getting a Dokkan... Oh, did I bring... Oh, I brought... I brought Vegito Blue with, with our villain squad. Whoops. Well, I have a key item right here. We'll go ahead and have Omega take this out. I wasn't even paying attention. It's like, oh yeah, here we go. Vegito Blue along with our villain squad. Let's see how that does. Hey, and we still got a super attack with everyone. That's lit. Alright, Omega. Oh my god. I cannot wait for physical Omega. Seriously, he... Whew. I think physical Omega is probably... I don't know. I feel like you probably still have to put Intelligence Gogeta as the #1 TUR in the game. But I would think Omega Shenron is the second best TUR in the entire game. The physical Omega Shenron when he comes out. Of course, by TUR, basically just look at it as units that are level 120 are transcendent URs, essentially. I do think the 4 summonable LRs are on a level to themselves. LR Gohan, LR Goku Black, LR Broly, and LR Majin Vegeta. That's also probably the order of how good they are as well. Definitely on a plateau by themselves, though. Also, I'm continuing to get just so many of these agility medals. Again, recording this event is helping me out for making another video, the Super Saiyan Vegeta showcase video I'm going to do. Because the World Tournament Reward card is a Strength Super Saiyan Vegeta. And again, you can easily get him to SA 10 with units from the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta event. Because it drops a Super Saiyan Vegeta that Dokkans into Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta. So I'll be able to use that to farm up that Vegeta's SA. And then I'll do a showcase video of him. I'll probably try out running him on my Super Strength team. But I don't really have a place for him. He's just not as good. Because, like, I'm not going to take Super Saiyan 2 Trunks off of the team. Because support units now, like, the amount of damage they add with a 120% lead active is just, like, absolutely, like, bonkers insane. So, I'm not really the biggest fan of removing Trunks just to get that Vegeta on there. I'd have to look at my strength team again, because obviously, you know, Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku's irreplaceable. Strength Gogeta is irreplaceable. I mean, fucking Gogeta will be good, like, basically forever. With that passive, the fact that he always hits super effective is just like so useful. Like words can't even describe how good a passive that passive is. Like you literally are always able to, you're not gonna get stuck. Like a lot of times, like going through boss rush or something with one of these teams, like you can get stuck if you have a type disadvantage. But between Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Gogeta, you know, doing this super effective damage, and then the fact that strength gets crits for free anyway, like basically makes it the best typing. Like basically the best cards, like strength and tech, have a definitive advantage over the other typings because they get that free 5 crit, whereas intelligence is at a disadvantage because they get the 5 free dodge. That's what's actually funny, is that Super Intelligence is the best team in the game, and that's even with the tremendous disadvantage they have with the 5 dodge. That just shows you how good the combo of LR Gohan and Intelligence Gogeta is. Also, here's where Vegeta skips Super Saiyan 4. I think it would be cool if they, they would have showed like Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3, like almost, and you could have played it off for laughs somehow in Dragon Ball Super. I actually would have really enjoyed that. That shit would have been great. Like, for a second, it almost looked like, because, okay, remember when, oh, we got a Fruit of the Tree of Might there, that's what's up. When Goku and, no, not Goku, when Vegeta was kind of training Trunks, that shit was so hilarious. Oh, LR Gohan, sure, we'll bring him. That shit was so fucking hilarious when Trunks, like, basically asked Vegeta, like, hey, are you also going to do that Super Saiyan 3 that Goku did? And Vegeta just laughs for like a full 35 seconds before going Super Saiyan Blue. That shit was fantastic. Okay, so now we're moving on to Dragon Ball Super events. We have the Battle of Gods right here. Super Saiyan God Goku, shout out to the Game & Claw, versus Beerus here. Of course, again, remember, Dragon Ball GT is not really canon anymore. So I wouldn't really put too much stock in Dragon Ball GT stuff, like really being that serious, because basically the way, like, canon is such a tricky thing to talk about, but the way it works now is that after they beat Kid Buu, basically that goes directly into Dragon Ball Super, and then, you're going to go back to Dragon Ball Z for when they meet Oob and stuff. And right now, the way events have played out in Dragon Ball Super, it just does not mesh with Dragon Ball GT. Like, for example, Kaioshin and Kibito are still fused in Dragon Ball GT. Alright? So that right there is kind of like a big thing. So it's like they would have to fuse again at some point in Dragon Ball Super in order to make it fit. I just don't see that happening. Just that simple. I just do not see that happening whatsoever. So we have like really good links active right now. This is a really solid rotation where all of our units are linked. No, none of them are linking at all whatsoever. That's funny. This LR Piccolo, I was debating giving LR Piccolo 20 dodge. I feel like that might actually be pretty useful, but I don't know. I decided against it. Maybe I might actually use some stones and fix that in the future. I did play around with a couple of units, like testing out myself, like what did I like better, crit or dodge, well, no, crit or additional, and then also seeing like how much dodge actually like worked sometimes. And from what I found, dodge is just, it really is not worth it. I do really like additional attacks on Vegito Blue though, but like every other unit besides Vegito Blue, I would almost across the board say, go crit. Like Vegito Blue, the way his passive works, like the additional chance can work with every single one of his attacks. So you could have a turn where Vegito Blue is attacking 6 fucking times, which is just absolutely legendary. I've never had that happen. I think I've never even had him go... I might have had him attack 5 times once. I think he attacks 5 times one time. That's it. Okay, so now we are on to the Golden Frieza Sama arc, the Resurrection F arc. Probably the worst arc in all of Dragon Ball. The movie was fine, but the arc, yeah, there's not a worse arc than it. I mean, I don't know. I guess you could say the Garlic Jr. saga is worse, right? I guess you could do that. But I don't know. The Garlic Jr. saga certainly looked better than the Resurrection F arc did. Because again, that Resurrection F arc, like, when people talk about bad animation and art and stuff in Dragon Ball Super, most of the time they're not actually really that correct. But the Resurrection F arc was where it actually was pretty bad. Alright, so now we're going to have Vegeta absolutely shit-stomp Frieza. That was one of the best things about the Resurrection F arc, is just Vegeta absolutely going no holds barred, absolutely crushing and blowing Frieza away into oblivion. Was so satisfying. But I hate the way the arc ended. Like, Whis just coming in and being like, oh, okay, reverse time, boom, hate it. Like, if you look at it, Goku and Vegeta have lost every single fight they've done in Dragon Ball Super. They got their ass beat by Frieza. Frieza won. Beerus beat Goku. Hit beat Goku and Vegeta. Like, Goku Black crushed Goku and Vegeta nonstop. You know, Merge Zamasu fucked him up. Vegeta was, you know, beating Merge Zamasu's ass, but Vegeta defused. And it's like, you know, so the Super Saiyan Blue has never won a fucking fight. Think about that. Super Saiyan Blue has never won a fight. How crazy is that? I mean, well, okay. Okay. Technically, I guess you could say Vegeta did use Super Saiyan Blue to beat Kabe, huh? Alright, but yep, there we go. Frieza destroying the planet in a fucking instant. Absolutely insane. He just, boop, puts his hand down. Planet's destroyed. Whis rewinds time, and then Goku finishes Frieza off with the Kamehameha. I mean, cool seeing Goku come back and do that, but, like, it was stupid that they just stole Vegeta's kill from him. They really should have let Vegeta finish Frieza off. That also would have made for some really good moments in Dragon Ball Super when Frieza comes back, because Frieza and Vegeta did have some funny lines when Frieza returned in Dragon Ball Super, absolutely. Okay, so I figured we'll go ahead and end it there for today. And then next time, I guess we will finish up the 2nd anniversary event, Tale of Super Warriors, and get into the juicy Dragon Ball Super events.